Chino Hills State Park, the beautiful scenic nature place at the intersection of LA, Orange, Riverside, and San Bernardino counties. I've always wanted to go camping here but never got around to it. Until now. A couple of Orange County bike groups organized this giant bicycle camping festival with around 40 plus people, and I got myself on the guest list. While they'll be biking up from the Anaheim train station along the Santa Ana River, I'm coming from the other direction in LA County and will be taking transit as close as possible before biking the rest of the way. Let's go! I don't care about the background noise, I'm filming, okay? Our first mode of transit is the Metrolink San Bernardino line from Pomona North to Upland. From there I'll be taking the Omnitrans 83 bus down to Chino. Bike car! It's a pretty quick ride of about 6 miles. We make stops at Claremont and Montclair along the way as we cross into San Bernardino County.
Our next station stop is Claremont. All station stops are brief. Claremont is our next stop.
Alright, made it to Upland. I need to get over to Euclid to catch the bus, which is right over there. The 83 runs once an hour today, but the transfer from Metrolink is very calculated, as in about 7 minutes. Should be here any minute. It has the bike racks that I like. I like it when it has the bike racks that I like. The ones with the hook that goes on top of the wheel. Not the crappy ones with the crappy little hook that flips up that grips halfway up the wheel. No. And I get to ride for free with my Metrolink ticket, which was only $3, and the bus would normally be $2. Euclid Avenue is a major north-south street connecting downtown Upland with downtown Ontario and continuing south into Chino. It's also designated as State Route 83, hence the bus route number. In Ontario, we pass by the Mule Car Monument, as the street's extra-wide median used to host a rail line, originally pulled by mules, though it was later electrified. Speaking of trains, here we're passing by the Ontario Amtrak station, which sees service 3 nights a week on the Sunset Limited. Continuing south past the 60 freeway, this street marks the border between Ontario on the east side and Chino on the west. It's a stark divide of the remaining agriculture in Ontario, with new suburban neighborhoods in Chino. This entire valley used to smell rich of cow manure, but the encroach of warehouses on one side and homes on the other is causing that to change, as you've basically got dairy farms valued at tens of millions of dollars, under a lot of pressure to sell to developers. We turn east at Eucalyptus Avenue, spotting some of those new warehouses, as we dive into suburban Chino. Looks like I'm the last one on the bus. We're almost there. The Chino Hills have come into view. Yeah, it's a shame we can only get this close on the bus, but I'll take it. We go through a roundabout next to the Chaffey College Chino campus, which is relatively new, and just behind it is the Chino prison, which predates all of this development by several decades. I didn't realize my stop was before the turn at Central Avenue, but the bus driver let me off even though I pulled the cord too late. I don't think the driver was supposed to do that, but I hit the stop request too late. Let's get out of the street. So this is as close as we can physically get to Chino Hills State Park by bus, to my knowledge. You can see the hills in the distance. If it were a weekday, I could take Omniride, but it isn't. Omniride is the microtransit service of Omnitrans, which serves 3 zones that don't have very good bus coverage. I wrote it in a previous video in Upland where I was surprised it actually had a bike rack, even though the image on the website doesn't show it with one. And I just noticed it also doesn't show it with a rear door, so that may just be a conceptual rendering. If this were a weekday, I could have summoned it to take me the last 3 miles from here straight to the entrance of Chino Hills State Park. Though I noticed another discrepancy is the zone boundary on the system map actually shows this part cut off, but I'm more inclined to believe the one on the Omniride page since it shows an actual stop location there. I'll just have to try it some other day. We head straight down Central Avenue, which actually has a pretty decent bike lane here. There's another shot of the prison, or California Institution for Men. They make it sound like a college. Here we're crossing the bridge over Chino Creek, and then the 71 freeway which runs parallel to it. The traffic right now was really not that bad, so I wouldn't even say it was death-defying. Oh yes, the jasmine. It smells so good. I love it. We are past the hardest part in my opinion, the freeway. And then the wind isn't particularly in my favor, but it's not that big a deal because we're almost there. It is also the start of the hills. Appropriately so, as we have crossed from the city of Chino into the city of Chino Hills, where Central Avenue has turned into Soquel Canyon Parkway. And just like that, it's that easy.
It's that easy.
And yes, there are still a bunch of hills to climb, but at least compared to biking all the way from Pomona or Anaheim, so much easier. And the north entrance is paved all the way to the campground where the other group has to go through dirt a lot. I like it when the lights turn green for bikes. I know not all the signals are calibrated for it, but I believe this one is. Yeah. It's a bit of a steep climb up Ellenvar, but it's soon over, just before the real climb. Oh, well that's new. And it has all the tools attached still. Nice. So we're here at Ellenvar and Sapphire, and I believe if OmniRide was operating today, they would drop me off right here, and that would be super convenient. But it is Saturday, so that was as good as we could do by transit. And this next part is pretty steep, regardless if you're in a car or on a bike. Squashy Bus, what are you doing here? Aren't you a bit far away from your service zone? I think this map is new. Get a perspective of where we are. This whole part up to the campground is paved. The other half of the group, or other 40 members, are probably coming from this way or from this way. It's all dirt. We begin the steep climb into Chino Hills State Park here on Bain Canyon Road. The street is so narrow at parts that only one car can pass at a time. But the steepness only lasts for about a half mile, and compared with the amount of climbing the other group has to do coming from Orange County, this is really minor. And there it is, last view looking north towards Chino and Ontario and Upland and all the other San Bernardino County cities. But most of the climbing is done at this point. And it's smooth sailing from here. Mind you, the first time I biked through here, this pavement didn't exist. They added it around 2013 or so. It makes it so much easier. Because before it was just a dirt trail. Ah, yeah, this is what we've been waiting for. Super smooth downhill most of the way to the campground. The guy at the front desk stopped me to make sure I knew where I was going since he knew there was a giant group of bike campers today. Oh yes, I love Chino Hills State Park. Hills are already turning brown because we haven't had as much rain, but it's still very scenic. The air is so fresh, I love it. Of course, coming out here the reverse direction tomorrow was going to be more difficult, especially considering that rain in the forecast nobody told me about, but worry about it then. This bridge here is a bit tricky since it has these deep grooves running down it. I always worry my tires will get stuck in it. And then we get even more downhill. I cannot overstate how much easier this is now that it's paved. This is so exciting, I've never camped here. Now granted, they don't allow barbecues because Chino Hills has a bad habit of catching on fire and burning down adjacent suburban neighborhoods, but it should be fun regardless. The main campground is further down the paved road, but for the group site I was instructed to turn right onto this steep dirt road, which I had to walk the bike up. That is such a Windows XP background photo right here. Everywhere in Chino Hills, basically. So this must be the group camping spot. Well, I guess some people drove in. Figured it'd be a pretty easy group to find. So many bikes. Look at that view. Tent set up. Proceed to have fun. Wonder how long that kickstand will hold up before the wind blows it over. It lasted about an hour, I guess. Got me some chips. They have some old food over there. Sunset shots, everyone likes them. Everyone loves them. I brought these oranges. Very good. I feel Chino Hills State Park is one of those special places where it's so close to everything, yet it feels like you're so far away from everything. Because we're right in the middle of 4 different counties, home to millions of people, and yet you don't have cell phone reception, or at least I don't. Off the grid. Off the grid, baby. And not so good news, it looks like my front brake cable snapped. Hopefully there's enough cable to tighten it back up. Alright, it was successful. Thankfully, I leave the cable extra long on the cantilever so I could scoot it out more. Yeah. And it sounds like it might be dance time. Dang, I didn't realize there was a live DJ. That's crazy. I'm gonna have a lot of explaining to do as how this came to exist. This is such an awesome experience. I feel like my biggest weakness though is I forget people's names like 3 seconds after they tell me them, and it's really awkward. But it's great to see that a lot of people here already recognize me from my channel, so thanks for watching. I think we need dance time.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Nice cloudy morning. Everyone's trying to roll out as it is starting to sprinkle. Well, that was a great trip. Big shout out to North OC Bikes and Little Ardag Bike Group for hosting this. Check them out on Instagram for Orange County group bike rides. Even though it is visibly raining, I still see people coming in for hiking and biking, and it's just such a great resource we have in Southern California, and it's good to see people taking advantage of it. And I just hope I don't get too wet. I brought my bare minimum waterproofing stuff, so I didn't bring the whole tarp, mistakenly thinking it wasn't gonna rain. But we'll make do, and the brake works better now that I tighten the cable. On to the next adventure. Yeah, we all got absolutely poured on by rain on the way back, but it's all good. None of my expensive electronics got damaged, which is my usual paranoia of biking in the rain. Supposedly this is becoming an annual camping event, so this was the first. Look out for it next year.